Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to you today. First and foremost, we offer our prayers for healing, that all that are sick during this period of time, and pray that they experience a full and speedy recovery. We also recognize and want to say thank you to all the heroes in our midst, the doctors, the nurses, the first responders, all those who day in and day out try to enable us to be able to move through this period of time. I want to share with you something this morning that resonates deeply with me, and I hope it resonates with you. For each and every one of us in challenging times, we have a choice. The choice is, do we lament our fate, or do we try to create a new destiny? Do we define this moment by what happens to us, or by how we see the world around us? I always think about Viktor Frankl, who was a psychiatrist who studied people who emerged from the Holocaust, and he made the following statement. He said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. And I hope in the words that I'm going to share, we'll be more inspired to use that freedom to create a sense of hope and optimism, not only for us, but for the communities around us. And the secret is rooted in an idea called the secret of the light from the very beginning of time. It says when God created the world, he created the world with a great light. It was not the light of the sun, but it was a very powerful light. And then the light was so powerful that the vessels could not contain it in the world, and that light was broken, hidden in all corners of the universe throughout time. And then God responds, and God creates humanity as a response to the hidden light. And it's every human being's responsibility throughout time, in every place, and every encounter, to try to reveal a little bit of that light. I share that with you because I think this is one of those moments when it's each and every one of ours responsibility to reveal a little bit of that light. We may not be able to change the world, but we can change the world that touches us, and we can change the world of one person. We will be inspired when we can find ways to reveal the light every time, every day, and every moment. The mystics also say that when we were born, God is saying the world cannot exist without us. When we wake up in the morning and we take that breath, God is saying, I believe in you. Regardless of your faith, there's something each and every one of us can do to help make the world a brighter place. Certainly during this period of time, I would say the act of kindness, of intentional connection between people is rising. I'm reminded of a story. I was in a train station a number of months ago, and there was a fellow who came over to me, and he said, would you mind buying me some dinner? I said, how's Dunkin' Donuts? He said, no, he prefers the Cajun. So I went over to the Cajun, and I got him a dinner, and then I said to him, his name was Sam. He said, and I said to him, God bless you, Sam. And Sam said to me, God has already blessed me. He sent me you. There's not a single person here that can't find a way to listen to what I would say is God calling us to try to respond with some light. I was touched by a story. It was on CNN about a doctor at Brooklyn General Hospital. He was treating COVID victims, and one of his patients was a 100-year-old Hasidic woman who had pneumonia in both lungs. There was little more for the doctors to do. Her son called the unit to ask about his mother, and the doctor took the phone and said he'd call back because he had so many people to care for. The son called back a half hour later, and the doctor said, she's not doing well. She's 100 years old and has pneumonia in both lungs. She's now unconscious. The son asked for a favor. The doctor was afraid he was going to ask to be allowed to say goodbye, but he didn't. He said, I understand. I want to say a prayer with her in her ear. The doctor was about to say he didn't have time, but he wrote in a post that something made him go over to the woman and put the phone close to her ear. At that moment, he noticed there were numbers tattooed on her arm. And at that moment, her son started to say the Shema, the prayer of unity, through tears and sobs. The doctor then wrote that for a moment, everything seemed to stop. And for a moment, he felt connected to things outside the ICU. For a moment, he felt that there was something else. Everybody here is being called by God to try to ask ourselves a question, what more can we do to reveal the hidden lights? Is there someone I should call? Is there someone I should help? Is there someone I should thank? Is there a prayer that I should be saying? Is there a text I should be learning? Is there a kind deed I should be doing? I believe in my heart of hearts that if every one of us asks every day, what can I do to try to reveal some of that light, our hidden sparks will be turned to a burning flame of healing, a burning flame of peace, of love, sweetness, and joy, God willing, not only now, but God willing forever. God bless you all.